Hi, I'm Jamie Landman, Chair of Urology at UC Irvine.
And I'm Dr. Gary Dang, UC Irvine Integrated Health.
So today we're making miso soup, so comforting, one of my absolute favorites. And as I understand it, it's really healthy too.
Yes, miso soup is very healthy because it's made of tofu and fermented soybean. Both are good. Tofu is one of the most balanced plant-based protein, and fermented soy, the fermentation process breaks down the protein, make it easy to digest, and better yet, it generates this tremendous umami, the flavor we all like.
Yeah, not only is it delicious, but I love the tradition. So the original recipe is over 1,000 years old from the Nara period in Japan. Yeah, and it's been changed by different families and different venues, largely because of availability of different materials. But today we're going to make it fresh.
Okay, I suppose back then there was no refrigeration, so people just left the soybean out there and then they started fermenting. And then someone said, wow, this actually tastes better than the real soybean, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's get started. So Gary, for this wonderful miso soup recipe, what do we need?
Very simple. Just these few ingredients. We got tofu. There's 3 kinds of tofu: firm, medium, or soft. We're going to use the soft tofu here. And green onion, miso, some soy sauce, and seaweed. For soup, we need water. So here's water. We're going to make it for 4 people. It's about 1 cup per person, so it's about 4 cups.
And this is the one thing I love about cooking, Gary. You don't have to be terribly precise. So I remember when my wife and I first got married, she didn't cook. She's a much better cook now. But she was very upset because we had to do everything to the milliliter. And now she does what we're doing and we like to do. Just throw it in there and see how it goes.
Exactly. This is fun. This is art. It's not rocket engineering. Okay, so if you're off a little bit, don't sweat it.
So we're going to heat up the water and get it boiling.
Yes, exactly. So while it's being heated, we can put the miso in there. I like low salt miso because sometimes miso can be very salty, which can increase the burden on our heart. For this, we're going to use 1 to 2 tablespoons of miso. And let's do 1 first because later, if it doesn't taste as good, we can always add it back. So you just break it up. Next, we're going to put the tofu in there. So there are many ways of putting it in there. I like to just slice it in there. So this way you got irregular shape, which take in a lot of flavor. This is about half a box, which is 1 serving of tofu.
So Gary, what's next?
Just watch the grass grow.
All right, so we're going to get this boiling.
Yes.
And how long does that have to boil for?
Once it's boiling, 2 minutes, because you just want it to, the miso to break out.
So this recipe is actually remarkably quick.
Exactly, because we have to make a full lunch within half an hour.
So Gary, this has been boiling for about 2 minutes. What's up?
Well, we just have to make sure everything's well mixed. Well, this looks nice already. So now we can use this time to cut the green onion. So usually there are 2 parts of a green onion, the white part and the green part. The green part cannot stand heat, so you add them in after it's being ready to be served. So we just, this part, for this dish, we don't need the white part.
So Gary, you ready to start tasting?
Yeah, let's see whether we need to add more salt, less salt, or anything else.
You know, it's always important, as we discussed, we like to play a little bit with the, we play fast and loose a little bit with the ingredients and the amounts, but it's in the tasting where you really get the best results. So let's see what this is like here. That is absolutely delicious. It's so comforting and warm. It's lighter than you would expect, but just coats the palate in a really nice way.
Hey, great. Let me have a taste. I think it needs a little bit more flavoring, so I'm gonna add just a touch of soy sauce because soy sauce brings out the umami, and also a little bit salt would make it more flavorful. Just as much is enough. So let's see where we are now.
You were right. Really opened it up beautifully. Still subtle but delicious.
Yeah, it tastes a lot. There's a lot of so-called umami there, which is a savory taste that usually come from fermented food because the fermentation break down the structure, the protein into small peptides. That's what give you the flavor. All right, I think it's ready to be served.
Well, this is the good part.
And we're going to put a little bit green onion on top and the seaweed on the side. There you have it, miso soup.
Delicious, healthy, and easy to prepare, just as you promised.
What a great way to start a meal. It warms your stomach, get the digestive system going, ready for the next course.
And there you have it. We'll see you next time on The Doctors Are Cooking.
And you are invited.